That's a normal user, not an admin, and they just walked off with a master key to the entire Windows domain. Certighost, CVE-2026-54121. Microsoft patched it on the 14th of July. A working exploit went public just 10 days later. Any domain account becomes a domain controller. Here's how, and here's how you kill it. Active Directory Certificate Services, the quiet domain admin box nobody watches. This is the newest way to abuse it, and the barrier is literally any authenticated user. You smuggle an attribute CDC into a certificate request. It tells the CA to go and look up an identity from a host you control, and then you name a domain controller. The CA asks the attacker, who is this DC? The attacker lies, and then the CA issues a certificate for the DC. It trusted a lookup it never should have. First, we need to find it. NetExec has already been updated and added a check. Two honest caveats, because I don't do magic buttons. This is a patch level check. It reads the build number and says, you're behind the July fix. It doesn't prove the CA is exploitable, and somewhat ironically, it needs admin to do the actual registry check to determine whether it's vulnerable. Which is, the funny bit. You need privileges to check for this, but the attacker needs none to actually use it. One command, whole estate, every unpatched CA lights up. I'm a nobody on this domain. Jamie Lannister is my user. Completely standard user. The kind of account that a phishing email hands over every day. Watch what that is now worth. First, it quietly creates a throwaway machine account. Any user is able to do this by default. Then it stands up two rogue servers on my box, a fake LDAP server and a fake LSA, and then it waits. Now the clever bit, it asks the CA for a certificate, but smuggles in that CDC attribute that we spoke about before, pointing the CA at my server and naming the domain controller as an identity to fetch. So then the CA turns around and asks my server, who's DC01? And my server lies, says it's me. And then the CA believes it and issues a valid certificate for the domain controller. There it is, a forged DC certificate handed to a nobody. Now I just authenticate as the DC. And Kerberos hands me the domain controller's own credentials. From there it's a boring normal DCSync. From a standard user in about a minute, and here's the part that should keep you up at night. Certificates survive password resets. Reset every password in the domain tonight, the identity I just minted still works, right up until you revoke it and rotate the CA, which almost nobody's rehearsed. I didn't steal a password, I minted a domain controller. Any user, straight to the DC. No lateral movement. Every server 2012 to 2025 with a CA survives password resets, and ADCS is the infrastructure nobody's watching. Same story as every ADCS bug. The CA is the main admin equivalent and nobody treats it like one. And this is how we shut it down. First, we need to patch. That July 14th update is exactly how you kill this. Next, we need to audit our CA and make sure that we don't have any flags enabled that we don't need. Additionally, add some manager approval on sensitive templates. Next, enable any auditing on ADCS. This is something we should all be looking at, specifically event 4768. Finally, rehearse those revocations. This is something we don't have to do very often, but it's exactly how you undo an attack. 10 days from patch to public exploit. That's the window you actually live in. It's not clever, it's the CA trusting the wrong lookup, but it hands any employee the whole forest, and the fix has been in Windows Update since mid-July. So run nxc-m and CVE across your entire estate tonight and patch every CA it flags. My lab was broken on purpose. Yours is one update from being safe.